a 3-die. But yes, on Worldsitar's team, while the team is fairly unskilled, a testament to the format. Lock Mummy, 6 Strength Mummy, and Ram Top. Magic Dome cancels the changing weather. Nice. And yeah, look at single player Ram Tug. Buying an extra player allows you an extra player on your bench, which could allow you a foul. And Ducke will at some point take attrition through Mighty Blow Blitzes in all of the mummies, even just being base. But look, without any tackle outside of the goal, everyone's just going to dodge away on a 1 in 36. And they're just going to really ignore them. And so mummies will really just get a blitz and 1 square. It's a fantastic team for Ducke. 2-4 strength, lodge guard everywhere. Going to be a terror, not only because the team is truly fantastic. There are only 2 or 3 comparable teams in the Champ Ladder 2 finals, as everyone else just played the minimum amount of games. I mean, there's a 16-game Noble team that has no chance of winning. Worldsitar making a good start, getting 3-die blocks with 3-die blocks with the Mighty Blow Mummies. Look, good dodge line. Without the armor break, Ducke's out on a 2+. Worldsitar correctly follows to cause another dodge on a 2+. Stand firm Mummy on the sideline, getting another 2 1 in 36 dodges. I mean, manning elves is, fine, but oh baby. Oh baby, that's an amazing start for Worldsitar. Only badly hurt, immediately appoed. That will be a 1-turn option now for turn 8 still, if Worldsitar does score. It is crazy good. Not only the double movement on the blitzer, but yeah, 2-4 strength, 4 guard. Yeah, absolutely huge turn 1 Kaz. So look, stand firm mummies in conjunction with a mighty blow tackle makes a blitz on Lodge worthwhile. Not really punishable with a counter serve. And sure hands Blodge step leader goal, holding the ball. And yeah, look, I think the only way that Ducke loses this is through taking a Kaz on every block and getting powered. So if Ducke can take the single tackle out by any means, he'll be in really great shape. It'd be a really, it's a shame the 4 strength is so far away. It'd be really worthwhile to slide in a guard behind the ghoul and get a nice 4 dice pom. He's well away from the rotters that are likely to then counterfoul, but it's just a little bit far away. Yeah, look, this is the matchup. If the ghoul continues to make blitzes and gets removals with the one as the only guy with tackle, Ducke is in a lot of trouble. But if Ducke can take out this one non-regenerating 87 ghoul with his own tackle blitz, he'll definitely win. You can never be disappointed with 6 strength break tackle. I think that was Worldsitar's plan behind getting ramped up over like triple bribe or something. Movement 5. And dodging with agility 6 if you're willing to risk it can get through a cage. The 5 movement isn't shabby. I guess wrestle could act as pseudo tackle in allowing him to 3 dice down someone valuable and foul him. Yeah, absolutely. What a baller. Maybe there's some plebeian mummy. Looks like a really passive start. I didn't miss a cheeky foul here, did I? Looked like it. You know, like, I've played both these coaches. Ducke is terrifying. Gives no quarter, makes the right play every time, I think. And, yeah, it's always great Blood Bowl. Yeah, he speaks English, but I think he streams in Russian. It's for the Russian audience. There's no other Russian streamer. It's hard to say. I've only played him twice, and I've only played his Orcs as my Chaos, and well, the plays were low percentage, in that it was a foul every turn. And kind of like what Joe did last game when he blitzed those Wolves that had Lodge with Mighty Blow. He was blitzing Lodges with Mighty Blow and no tackle, in the hopes to get a power, and got a power into a removal. Almost every time, and it made me sad. Yeah, look, definitely. So, look, turn 2, super early days. If Worldsitar can keep the ball safe, he will absolutely risk the foul. Not hard to clear. And, look at the stun. There's a man in the way. It'll be at best, what, a 3 assist foul? But I think, oh, he does have a bribe too. So the inducement must have been a bribe wizard and Ramtut. And I guess a reroll. There is a fan on. Tell you what, just for this match I'll turn it off. And then just swelter in heat. Here you go, you crazy blood bowlers. Fan is off. There should be now no background noise. So just the 1 assist foul. I mean, that's the job of the skeleton. Not hard to beat a 6. Oh man, I would kill. I would absolutely kill to live in negative 10, 20 degree temperature. See, the thing is, when you get really hot, you can only take so many clothes off. Whereas if you're cold, you can just put more clothes on. You can light a fire pretty easily, but you can't light coolness. Oh man, I want to move to Canada. But I heard recently they passed a lot of silly laws in Canada. Tackle absolutely has to stay safe. Cage corner when making this foul, and foul is now definitely. Don't hate the basing. Didn't even attempt to pin him. Just to be a bit careful with the double guard immediately assisting, and a 4 strength blitz option. Does have the 6 strength to get number 2 mummy. Or even just the extra assist. Nothing. Oh man. If Ducke won't, but what he could do is run it to here, red die for a push which eject. After a hefty commitment to Ramtut. No, just on a push. It would still be red. Couldn't really fix it. I guess the witch could have stood here. Runner stands here to get the 2, and then maybe guard guy dodges to apply guard to the goal. on a power, the double GFI into dodge U2. So yeah, look, with a base cage, the ball's never safe. You definitely don't want to do red dies on mummies though, not early in the sequence. And because you can block this over making a 3+2+, I think that will happen. Wrestle Witch Hawking. Yeah, absolutely. But if he did blitz for 2D, it allows the guard step, the guard blodger out on a 2+. 2s into 1s. Oh, it's a 4-strength witch, of course, wow! Oh, I totally forgot about that. That meant the 1, 2, 3, the double GFI was definitely 2 into 1 on 4-strength witch, what a terror. That'd be an amazing turnaround on turn 2. Back to carrier. However, look, it is a blodge step. Cool. So if he didn't power, step into here and to here. You're probably fine not to. And look, did catch a snake. Definitely hasn't been no double for the downed guard guy to apply guard to get the although to cancel this Barghoul. So the 4-strength witch could get 2. Yeah, absolutely. An amazing witch. So yeah, look, price paid for the early snakes. I mean, there is merit to just basing people with enormous strength, and it's paid off. Potential powers on blodgers. Yeah, look, it's the absolute dream. You get doubles twice in strength. Look, no need to really run down the field willy-nilly. Happy to keep on playing the bash game. Hope a power happens. I stopped watching that Thor, so it doesn't count. Guess it'll just be Skeleton across White Blitz, or Mighty Blow White Blitz, more likely. Or even more likely still, cool down, tackle Mighty Blow, hits Dodger, and retreats. The ball's safe, he's made his Mighty Blow Blitz, and wisely making 3 blocks. Can't fault the undead offense here. You might even see Ramtut hit the Dodger. Effort to keep the Blitzer pinned. And will be a 3 dice. Huge TV difference. Wow! A surprise butt sex on the single tackle Wrestle Witch. Nothing serious, so not 2 from 2 for the Mighty Blow Tackle Ghoul. Somewhat exposed to the counter tackle blitz as he did at all his movement. Guard applied tackle blitz, which gets the jump up block on Mighty Blow. Ball inside a loose cage. Oh, ball inside not a cage. Yeah, look. Assist to clear, gets the assist, guard in, choose the corner on a power, not follow. Okay, it is only one because of the guard. Fair enough, guard on questionable cage corners. Not too shabby. Jump up failing feels bad, man. Look, reasonable ground has been made. 3 squares from the halfway line. Non-natural break. Heavy 8 fella, only rolling an 8, so Mighty Blow consumed. And look, when you can mark the ghoul, I don't really want to pile on dagger carrier strength. Almost certainly forces a dodge. Everyone's tied up, which it looks like they will be. Yeah, it'll straight up be the ghoul dodge. I mean, plenty of room to rotate with the mummy's going to be in the way. 3+2+, no worries. Mummy trap escaped. Even with the Mighty Blow Mummy getting a assist for a push and applying guard to these two, the 2 assists to the 2 counter assists, the white not able to free himself on the 4 strength block. Could be a Ram Tut or Mummy that's horizontally. That'd be still be rubbish. Could be Ghoul up. Blitz to chain 2. If it was strictly a power, even if it wasn't power, that could allow the follow-up block on the then push to here. So this guard to here, Lodge guard to here. Mummy then gets the follow-up, or even Ghoul gets the follow-up back to Ram Tut. Ram Tut on a not follow back to this Mummy. So like he'd eventually go down, and there would be Mummy here, Mummy post Blitz. And Rodders could rotate back around and just risk the 1 and 9 with the carrier. I have a hunch that's what that. I have a hunch that is what he will do. The risk the 1 and 9 carrier. As chaining off the L's is a bit difficult. No desirable handoff target. Infill the square first. I guess it doesn't really matter. The ramp up then has the follow up. Gets 2 off. Then the all locations a little less desirable. Oh, my bad. I had a figurative punch. A figurative hunch, not a lip. Few chain pushes, keeping guard applied to the box. All not strictly safe though. Full move zombies not really going anywhere. Did type the witch, so he's got that going for him, which is nice. Hand off to the Agi form, not bad either. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah. Ramtut can't quite get that. And so look, the 1 in 36 is going to be better than the 1 in 9. Price paid is a block on the ghoul. Probably don't want to do that. 1 in 9 is just terrifying around L. No one does. And it's just too early to be making that sort of risk when you don't have to. Like you do it when there's no other option. When you've got other options, I don't. The other option is actually the handoff. Then he can just chill here with rain. Oh, can't anymore. You looking to do something greedy? And look, dodging with the ball. And then it not really being safe, punished. Yeah, don't dodge with the ball when you don't have to. I mean, it was snakes anyway, but still, don't dodge with the ball when you don't have to. It's better to have a standing ghoul adjacent the ball than a stunned ghoul adjacent the ball. Guard comes and clears. Pick up in one tackle. Yeah, ag 4 ghoul, but wanted to make blocks. The jump up succeeds. Could allow guard moved up. Yeah, look, I don't think there's a cool chain to get everyone off the ball. One blitz and no base contact. It's not really. You could maneuver 2 men here, and then they blitz from this square. Sure. Now. 7 move guy moving irrelevantly to the ball, rather than the 6 move guy moving 1 square to make that assist. I like it. It allows the 6 move guy to become relevant to the ball, providing the assist for the witch to clear. Sure hands runner picks it up on a 3+, and knows he's on back out. In fact, the 4 strength of which they want to follow up. I guess anyone could have assisted strictly guard. Could even 2+ out and head down, and the runner sure hands picks it up, throws it. That'd be don't need to throw it needlessly. Much like making a 1 in 9 dodge with a ball carrier. Is not something you need to do. Plenty of dodges to get it safe though. Not a huge amount really. Unsurprisingly, a short hands pickup on a 3+, not too difficult. 2+ out. It's hard to make it safe. I mean, 4 strength then hit the ghoul, but hitting the ghoul also then frees the ghoul. The ghoul gets freed anyway, and this guy gets banged away. 4 strength out. Happy days. Secured. So yeah, look, just pressure on the ball. In the same way that Mummy's tagging people got the 1 in 36 dodge. 2 witches on the ball. No, way too early to chuck it downfield. Chucking downfield is when you're down 6 men and you're an unskilled team. Then you chuck it. You're otherwise definitely going to lose the game. Ducke, not definitely game. 3+2+ with dodge. Has it quite comfortably. Man. Oh, he could. Good, I get. Right. You know, it's really, really difficult to get through this. Even with that bolt, even if it was successful, it's not really getting through. Be ghoul down. Mummy for a push. Fight down. Really? Yeah, they're just on the forums mile. Yeah, I don't like the bolt. There was no recovery. What was realistically happening? Option 1, a rod dodge. 7 moves wasn't getting anywhere relevant. 3 and double GFI not getting anywhere relevant. 4 strength screen, 3 alpha dodge. Even if... And it would look at actually the standing ghoul dodging from the tackle witch. That wasn't happening either. Maybe if there was a blitz from a mummy after this guy stamped for 3 dice, which and got the power, then you could maybe rationalize it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, he's got the ball back on an getting surfed. Never attrition fireball, but you have to think about the wizards and a recover. And Agi4 Ghoul going 7 really optimistically could have made it, but a scatter here or getting caught 4+. Just wasn't doing anything. Much like this school's position now. What the fuck? Unless this guy's going in here, I don't know why you wouldn't take the push. Have Ramtut on his feet? I guess he is going in. What's he doing in here? Is it GFIs? Madman making GFIs. Yeah, it looks like it, Focus, but... Like, it was a double GFI, it was a final action, he knew that it was a risky play, and that's why it was his last action. But to just do GFIs, for no real gain, to tag a 4 strength guy that dodges out on a 1 in 36, for you to make 2 1 in 6s to try and get your opponent to roll a 1 in 36, it seems really optimistic. Whereas all Ducke's plays have been 2-die blocks, no GFIs, and the worst D6 being a 1 in 36. I don't know. This is just round 1. Yeah, no, look. That's what you expect in Cole. Or like, for example, my game against Mega today. A fresh chaos against a couple of Pommel Dwarves. I ended up being down to 6 chaos. Couple beasts, couple warriors, 1 minotaur. 1 warrior, 1 minotaur. The rest were beastmen. And yeah, look, I did make a 4+, 3+, then a 5+ pickup. And the failure state wasn't really bad, but the d6 that I rolled did something, in that 15% of the time I think the play would have been I pick up the ball and punt it correct direction. And you know, when you say, oh, let's make this super dicey maneuver to not lose the game, I think that is fine. But to make a bunch of dice and to spend a reroll on it when you don't really need to, where the thing that you were doing didn't really matter, that's the difference between a good dicey move and a rubbish dicey move. Double GFI, take someone. in 1 in 36. Doesn't seem. Yeah, so look, that would be the plan if I was Worldsitar. I would, yeah, just look to be up men. Not going to stop a team like this from scoring realistically. Yeah, for sure. Now look, at this point, I don't think it really matters. I mean, it's worth trying to tag him to at least force a dodge or a blitz. 1 in 36s aren't hard to roll. I do them every single game. And I never GFI. And I rarely one dice unless I'm willing to take a skull on that one dice. And I still regularly roll 1 in 36s on dodges with dodge. It really, really, really does happen, and it's not unlikely. 6+ foul, the witch, so the single assist. Double assist. Because it's 8 to beat 7. Oh, I really like the skills. I mean, back at launch when these options weren't available, I really hated remembering who had what. I used to hate clicking on people to see their on. And when I see, you know, this myriad of skills, I know that what position it is and what square it's in. Personal preference. I mean, leave it up to the audience. I feel ignorant not knowing it then, and committing stuff to memory rather than just feels bad, man. But yeah, look, for the remainder of this drive, it doesn't really matter. In terms of decent plays, well, let's click this. He's got guard. Not met by guard, so safe to a 2 into a 1. Overlord here. Yeah, absolutely. It really made me sad having to click on every single pay attention to dare tap out and look at Reddit for even a minute. Sad time. Ducke doing the right thing, ending his turn with little to no base contact. Unfortunately, this one zombie is going to get this block on a Blodge Blitzer, but if we have a quick gander at the skills, single tackle on this school is the only one realistically doing anything to dodge. 33% to get down someone with Blodge without tackle. And I just really, really hate hitting a Blodger without tackle. It just feels like it's not worth my time. Like if I'm making a Mighty Blow Blitz and I don't have tackle, I've got the choice between hitting someone with Blodge and not hitting someone with Blodge. I'm going to go with the guy who doesn't have Blodge, just so I can get him on the ground. Because getting someone on the ground is often more important than blitzing for damage. And I definitely should be looking to 3 dice. Could do cool assist, blitz for 2, blitz for a push, assist, foul. Still has the bribe. You know, additional skills, yeah, absolutely. If it was just additional skills, that would be fantastic. But I mean, looking at this, I know this guy's a lineman, I know this guy's a blitzer. While there is a subtlety in the model, just having these skills in that particular order indicates to me what thing. Yeah, it's gonna happen for sure. Oh, that's a bit odd. We got the extra assist. If he falls short, it'll be sad. Oh. Couldn't have got enough to for 3 to matter. With fouling, there's a little mini game you can play with yourself. Think about what doubles exist where you could get sent off without breaking armor. And so it's double 1 for 2, double 2 for 4, and double 3 for 6. So I would rarely want to do a foul unless I could do a 5 speed. So there's only 2 combinations of d6 rolls where I could get sent off for not a break. Now look, if you've got a bribe, you should definitely be fouling. And if you're going to foul anyone, definitely a 4 strength palm wit. No doubt about it. But I think that might have happened regardless of the matchup. As he definitely definitely loves his fouls in the games that I've seen. As any team. Against any team. And look, that's the really good thing about the new tabletop rules. Potentially, is the Goblin Ref. Every time you foul and don't get caught, the chance of you getting caught becomes greater. Oh no, I 100% would have fouled the Witch with a bribe, there's no doubt about it. Oh, don't do it, Ducke. Don't do it. Oh, he really thought about the reroll. And it's really tempting on AV7. But a roll into double skulls has the ghoul get him quite easily. I mean, it's still just a 3+2+ for a 1 die. I wouldn't mind seeing the guard lineman come across. I mean, it's still 3+3+ then. Good spot. Work, Ducke. That is the square to stand in. And then probably the same on this. This other side doesn't matter because there's extra linemen's in the way. It'll be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So, look. Flawless play from Ducke. I think someone pointed out that earlier. Not making dodges. Oh, what have you done, Ducke? Oh, deserve to be punished. Yep, that's what you get. Every single time you make a GFI that you don't need to make, that's what should happen. Unbelievable. Wonder why he did it. Okay, this is why he did it. Because even if it fails, the ghoul physically cannot blitz. Unless 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 GFI can. Alright, had he made it, the ghoul physically couldn't. Well, he could. It would be a 3 into tackle, 3, 2, double GF, or a 6. So that's why he did it. Whereas, had he just stayed where he was, it would just stay 3, 3, 2, double GFI, which is a lot easier. I also said this today. If you've got the capacity to shut someone down properly, do it properly, it's to prevent them from being able to hit your ball carrier. So by moving this guy in on the GFI, it prevented him from hitting the ball carrier at all. Well, no, you can still get hit on 1, 2. If he plays anything other than that, I'll be enormously surprised. 3+2+ isn't. Whereas had he been standing. Hey, look at that. I guess it's fine, but it's greedy. But I mean, final action GFI, yeah, look. Yeah. But I really like seeing greed punished on both sides. Even though, you know, 1 in 36, willing to use the reroll on it. Not a bad play to attempt it. Can't really fault it. But it is a GFI he didn't strictly need to make. Resilient Witches, gotta be pleased. Three, 2, 2. 3, 2, 2, 2 to hit a ball carrier. That could power into a stun. But powers into a stun. Sad times. Whereas by staying, 3, 3, 2. I guess it's not that much worse, depending on how you're looking at it. Seems to be making a lot of blocks when this sequence isn't hard, and you probably want the reroll for it. No reason not to. Yeah, easy peasy. Ready for the power to stun? Or not a power. A power. It's a tackle ghoul. Stumbles. Oh! Unbelievable! Let's see, what if there was an extra 3 in the sequence? Oh. It's the cake. Yeah, look, it's just a block for a push. 2 plus GFI 3 plus. Can't believe he got it. I wonder what that is on Samba. And Snake. The 3 plus. Oof. Let me do a quick Samba of that the ghoul play. I think the first one was out of tackle as well. So 3 plus no dodge. 2 plus with dodge. Double GFI. And 1D for a power stumbles. 35%. And if we add the injury roll, that had to be at least a stun. 20%. 20% play is not bad. If we add an extra 2 3 pluses had he not made the GFI, is a 15% play. So yeah, look, making that GFI, rephrase, not making the GFI only made the bull dodging 5% harder. I don't know, I reckon you should have made the GFI. I liked it though, it was rationalised. It did something of substance, in that it physically prevented the ghoul from doing anything. So I liked it for that reason, but I didn't like it because it was a GFI that you didn't have to do. But I mean, end of the turn, had an extra reroll, the failure state wasn't bad. I mean, yeah, look, I don't hate it. I can understand why it happened. Yeah, absolutely, and that's fine too. So by going full screen, you physically prevented, there was a 0% chance of pinning your carrier. Whereas, by not moving, only a 15% chance to get the carrier. Oh, no, it's not splitting hairs. It's debating the finer points of Blood Bowl, risk versus reward. Do GFIs that matter? What cost? That's what I often ask myself. When I make this 1 double block, what happens when I fail? I'm sure Ducke said, if I fail this GFI, what happens when I fail? And I'm sure he said, well, I'm going to risk a 1 in 36 to have the ball carrier 100% safe. Whereas if I fail, the ball carrier is only 75% safe, or 85% safe. If I do nothing, he's 85% safe. If I do the GFI and fail, he's 80% safe. But if he makes it, I'm 100% safe. So that was the dilemma. And yeah, look, I think that's... But GFIs. Yeah, it is. I've been taking bets using Fash points at 10 to 1 odds for who your 2 people in the finals, or who you'll pick for the top 2 people who will be in the finals for you. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Overlording. That's only cyanide for. So both coaches at 11 men in the second half. Ducke receiving, doesn't need to score, can just stall. Definitely wanting to keep the Witches safe. And the stellar 9-move sure feet blitzer on the field. Glory. Rolling pushes. Man, fucking. I wish I knew how to say I don't speak Russian in Russian. There was a lot of pushes, muscle lot. The ants? Oh man, nice and symmetrical. Oh man, if Ducke puts a guy here, I'll be pretty pleased. Oh, put this lime in here. Put him here! Put the lime in here! Yeah. Symmetrical. Oh no, there's a guy missing! Put this guy back here, and then put here. That'll be a little shape. Fucking love me some shapes. For no reason. Dumple fumbles, and it's 3 and 8 to go out. He would have to pass directly horizontally, not to be intercepted by the ghoul. So I guess it's still a 3 and 8, in addition to the potential fumble on the pass. Inaccurate going out. Yeah, look, Ducke did turn him over, and the wizard is used, bribe still in hand. Anything can happen. Ducke can snake pretty well. But it's been fairly flawless play from Ducke. And yeah, look, it's punishment for being... Well, look, 1500 is not that low, but I think if you're really trying, make your team 2k going into the... Look, all he's got is 3-die blocks. That'll really be it. Ducke can score at his leisure and be 2-0 up. So, can't just go full hand. And so yeah, look, it's a really great spot to be in a final. Yeah, that's the other thing too. If you risk the dump off, you risk the... It was actually a 5+ for the 1D. 5+ with the reroll's not too hard. It was definitely being rerolled. Oh, it's an amazing witch elf. You know, I wouldn't dump off. It's done work, Philly. It's done absolute amazing things. Not this block, but turn 1, stand firm mummy parks himself on the sideline cage in the garment formation, and then the ghoul with the guard applied banged this guy for a Kaz. Got appoed. It was an amazing turn 1 for Worldsitar. Oh, also, once again, anyone who's interested, 10 to 1 odds in Fash points if you can predict the top 2. So far we have 2 people picking Inari and Ducke for the final. Oh, me too, it's been fouled at least 4 times. It's just been very resilient, and they've been timid fouls. Has broken armor enough, and, you know, even just two assists on an 87 makes it likely. But yeah, look, without the need to score. Ducke blitzes away men, when the mummies are based, yeah, look, can dodge away. Blocking the pushes is a bit sad. But just playing keep away, that's the one to do. Tell a mod I would like to bet whatever point it's on, whoever. And I jot it down in Notepad, we take those points from you, and then when the 2 people make the final, I pay you out 10 to 1. 10 to 1's a pretty good deal. Yeah, absolutely, Jamtos. But I mean, it's a pretty hard call to pick the final 2. I mean, the Ducke Debaser in the top half of the bracket is going to be pretty scary. The Master? Was it? I can't remember. But nevertheless, when the teams are... Well, if you... Oh man, snakes. If you look at the teams in the schedule, imagine that there are little brackets connecting to all the teams' names, and the top, 4 pairs. Imagine them being the top half of the bracket, and the bottom 4 being the bottom 4. So Lupac will never play Ducke unless they both make it to the final, that sort of thing. Whereas, yeah, Ducke in the top half and Aaron in the bottom half, a fairly safe call, and Aaron is amazing. Where Ducke had sure hands on the runner. Yeah, sure hands runner's the only thing that will stop the trip. Yeah, there is an overview on the Carnide forums. But that's just the matchups. You can just look in the Champ Ladder 2 playoffs, to see who's playing whom. But as first round matches are a bit finicky, and some of the qualified coaches are a bit iffy, and some of the teams are a bit underdeveloped, I don't reckon it's worth going into full analysis mode over on the round 6 to 16, top 16 matchups, but the top 8 matchup of every team. Anari made a flawless 20-0 run in the World Cup qualifiers in Season 1 with a no real Wood-Off team. Yeah, absolutely. Got enough claw. I haven't seen his team. I don't know how many games he played, but I imagine you've got some claw, mighty blow, and pylon, and to get paired up against lizards, being able to take out Sauruses at a 45% rate or so, be pretty pleased for sure. Compared to like an elf with a bunch of blodge, like being paired up against Ducke round 1, that'd be terrifying. I don't know how much tackle Lupac's got either. But yeah, no, favour Lupac for round 4 in his match against Agent TBC. Just on the matchup alone, because I know he has at least 1 claw, and that's usually enough. As a Lizard Dinosaurus, pretty bad. As for this game, though, ball on the ground, not strictly safe. 7-move Ghoul could become relevant. It's a non-sure hands pickup from the Blitzer. I mean, not safe to try and tag these fellas. 5-move Ramtut could get a little bit in the way. Maybe it's a 7-move attempt. An attempt at it, you have to try. A wise man once told me, had to try. And a snake, not outrageously difficult. And Ghoul picks it up, scores, and we're back to a match. Gulls into a failed pickup. Something like that. People picking on Lupac. I look away for 1 minute and people picking on Lupac. Oh, atomic clock. Yeah, no, look, I'm sure Chaos coaches who have Claw Palm are not surprised when people concede to them after a couple of removal. I watched every game expecting him to be a cheat, and every game that he played, it seemed legitimate, the concedes. And so if you could make a sneaky play at the last minute, I would totally do that. Right, Mummy's tag, Lodge open, deep screen. I don't think that's the way to go. Like, unless he's really lucky on some removals, he needs to put pressure on this 8-9 move guy. Also, pretty sure this white's getting served. If this white's not getting served, I'll be really, really sad. I reckon 3 bribes. With the 3 Mighty Blow mummies, facing people if the dodges aren't made every single time. If anything bad happens. And 3-die Mighty Blow blocks, which he has been doing to his credit. Are gonna at some point get a removal, even though everyone's a blodger. Even though he's only got 1 tap. Eventually gonna get a removal. And I don't think Ramtut's really done anything too amazing. Let's say this block does happen for a follow, Ramtut's open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, like it's just not quite there. Got the push. Is there a Nazi mod in the house? Wow, who's banning people? Oh, I see. Thor, the Nazi mod. Yes. Yeah, no, I'm in the boat of when you stop spinning. When you can't spin, that's when it's over. I think the arbitrary French time was a bit crazy. Oh, really? Do people have exact times for Hearthstone matches? If you're number 1, you play that last match at 11:59. And if you're losing, you stall, so it doesn't count. Is that what you're saying? I mean, yeah. Look, 3 minutes does sound really trivial, but it's the format. Like that's what it was. If like Lou was on to check if he was being caught, 30 minutes to go, he saw that he wasn't being caught, so felt confident that if the rules of the format had applied, he'd be fine. Whereas had the rules of the format not said 12 o'clock and he saw some guy playing in the last 30 minutes, you're sure as hell he would have played another game. So yeah, well, it's funny to do nice memes, and I love nice memes. I live for nice memes. There's no doubt he would have played another game. Not strictly. Quad Skull's not hard. 136 on a dodge, not hard. And Ducke will make safe moves first to not do something dumb. He'll continually bang down the ghouls, as the ghouls are the only real threats. Yeah, look, Ramtut could do a sneaky break tackle. And Ducke doesn't need to score, so he's happy just chilling. Worldsitar wants to play the blocking game. It doesn't. No skin off his nose. 3-die blocks. Love it. Three-die blocks for pushes. Possible plays. Yeah, nothing really. Seems to finally have a threatening white. The threatening white squares on a double GFI. Makes this safe. Wouldn't be surprised if Ducke takes it just to stall another turn. Dilemma is stalling too hard for too long could be an issue. He does get threatened. You know, 2+s out into a cage, not too tough. But failing dice, holy shit. Uh, 40 games? Oh, in the second season format, 40 games. Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, look, some definitely would. I think people just approached it with a general sense of apathy. They saw the streaks and they thought, oh, you know, if I do play a shit ton, I'll eventually get a match against a decent player, and I'll be unlucky. Or even someone that just knows what they're doing, and, you know, 6Ks like Mole's team yesterday or my team today. Just get banged on. Yeah, good consistent Blood Bowl all the time. Got this team a 2K TV berth in the finals. Season 3 format does look good, in that once you get to 41, it's not worth playing more. 41 is enough that you're not sitting on 16. The dilemma could be that, you know, someone still gets a really streaky result, but I think not being the default ladder, the result won't be like crazy streaky anymore. Yeah, leaderboard is broken, but if you go to the Goblin Spy page, it has the correct formula, and it also lets you know how many points you'd gain if you won your next game, and how many points you'd lose if you lost your next game. Oh man, speaking of, oh good. Right. I was gonna say, Ramtut's so close to a cage with break tackle and 6 strength. A little bit scary. Fought on double GFI, dodge to make it safe. Wouldn't even mind the blodger heading round. Yeah, extra screen's nice. Demands an answer. Surely it will just be the mummy. Mummy with a blitz on the corner for a push, perhaps. But no, this was really important to tag Ramtut, who doesn't get the free break tackle. It's pretty low, in that it was 1500. I think the lowest is Mr. Light with his 1420 Nurgle. And Sasanique had about 5 skills on his team. Maybe 4 block and 2 claw mighty blow. No pylon. So, like, he wouldn't have won a game. I think Lupek's team at least has the capacity to win a game. Yeah, quads are 1 in 36 as well. And look, that's the only question he needs to ask. Early on in the drive, turn in the first half, Worldsitar was heavily basing with mummies, making 3-die blocks. Did a good job pinning a blodger in between 2 mummies, disincentivizing, taking 3+s out early in the sequence. Ducke made a 2+ to get out, 1 in 36'd it. Worldsitar got about 4 3-die blocks on blodgers. Didn't get the result he was looking for, but made the same plays. And then towards the end of the first half, Worldsitar chose to make a 1 in 9 dodge rather than a handoff, or rather than committing men to chain one to make the ball free. He committed to making blocks elsewhere and risking the dodge with his carrier, and failed the dodge with his carrier. Yeah, of course. There's no doubt about it. I think I mentioned it even. I think you said, "Oh, you know, I think it's Fashbinder." That's not even an English accent. You know, I think it's Fashbinder. I think it's him doing the troll donation. I think. And I said, "Who else is it gonna be?" Of course, it was me. Thursday. Oh, good point from, I think it was Ducke. Was it Ducke? Good point. Dodging, yeah, this is what I should try to do. Chatting shit with people. Because there's not anything really important to say. With Ramtut's break, oh baby. Making 3 dice blocks. With Ramtut's break tackle. Because Ducke did the smart thing and tagged him to ensure that he had to at least make 1 dodge before he could make the dodge into the cage. Making the initial step out, seeing if break tackle was used. If break tackle wasn't used, he was going to make the 2 dice on the carrier. But because it was used, he blitzed the comp. Really, really thinking things through. The right way to do it. It's not too hard to roll a 5+R willy-nilly. When there's no failure state, you might as well attempt it. Yeah, look, no chat's definitely a thing. I noticed Jimmy plays a lot better with no chat. Substantially from when he is chatting shit. And you know, just that subtle distraction. Like, it doesn't seem like it's much, but it is. And even just these odd conversations that I've had now that haven't really been of any substance, that have been no thought, saying stuff back to people, that has distracted me from the game at hand. And I'm not even playing. So I do think it's a good idea if you play games is to not be distracted. I think it's because Count Luther, just a 5 strength guy with block, isn't that exciting. Whereas a fellow with break tackle that can wrestle down blodgers, that's the real key, is that he has 1 tackle for his team. 1 guy can take down a blodger with any sort of likelihood. Whereas Ramtut having wrestle allows for 3 dice blocks, as well as the mighty blow hits. Had a bribe, still has the bribe. Could have got more Kaz than this. Random blocks could have got Bivals. Yeah, no, competent players play around gaze. 1 gaze is not enough. So here is my cage. I'm putting an extra man here. Done. Bish bosh bat. I would pick Ramtut for those reasons. New teams played them in Chaos Edition. I don't like Camry. They have no ball handling skills. They are Agility 2. Agility 2 will not win games of Blood Bowl reliably enough for me. However, 4-5 strength guys, pretty cool, but not reliable. Chaos Dwarves, a lot like Chaos. Clawpom's cool. Yeah, that was always the case, but even if he doesn't score. Not hard. Good blitz. Blitzing with tackle stops the, well, he's more likely to get the ghoul down. With the armor break now, no 3+2, 2+3+2+ for the 1 die 5+. So, pretty safe. Pick a screen so he's not blitzed and then based. He doesn't have to dodge with the ball. Here's another thing too. Oh yeah, scoring on specific people. The terrorizing wedge is only 1 1 touchdown away, or 2 SVP. Surprisingly didn't get the 2 SVP this match. There's still time. He agreed blitz on a rotter or something. Yeah, only the move bus, no niggle. Because niggle should be dead already. Yeah, well, look, I'm sure Ducky's assessed the bracket. Pretty sure he is the Masters side of the bracket. And an extra tackle to deal with Skaven, pretty tempting. Single assist for a 3-die block on gutter runners with tackle pom, pretty good. You keep a niggle in the final, but I mean, she would have died to one of the hundreds of fouls, I'm sure. That's what I meant by dead.
Wow!
Go to Augustus. Easiest 100 points of your life. Ah, man, I've lost 2 Chaos teams this season in having 2 or more deaths in 2. Feels really bad. Fair enough, G5 at least asked a question. Safe plays will happen. Which will be safe? Probably, we just want to give the 3 LOS blocks on turn 16. I mean, everyone is still a blodger, everyone is still, you know, quite valuable and core to the team. Single unskilled lineman doesn't matter too much. Level on the double GFR with Ramtut. Not anymore. What do you mean? I spelled it correctly. Worldsitar. Is it here? Gotta be this one. If it is this one, he's less relevant. Oh man, this is ballsy. Allowing the 2 dice follow-up in the vain hope that it gets the ghoul closer. Don't hate it. Because if he gambled and won, and that was pushes both times, a 7-move ghoul in this position isn't bad. I'm sure it's still a red die. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is getting anywhere close. A G4 ghoul could dodge GFI to cancel the assist. Relevant. I've already done like 1,000,000 games today. Tackle for sure. Or strength 5? Nah. Oh man. What would you really do with strength 5 though? That you couldn't do with strength 4? Considering the remainder of the matchups. Can't remember who he's playing next. As in the winner of which 2 matches. What kills Z? Definitely a thing. Yeah, tackle bomb. Sure. Isn't an Aaron in the bottom half of the bracket though? You won't meet him until the final if you make it that far. Think Damaster's on your side though. I'd have to double check. And that'll come in the round 2 top 8 spectacular fashion analysis, super spectacular legend, wait for it, dairy comments and so. Oh yeah, the orcs. The American fellas that we saw today play against the coach. Yeah, good work, Lord Ducke. There was a mod here. I'll tell him to give you 100 points for remembering good thing. Orc has a single 4 strength lodge, met by a 4 strength tackle pump, which could be pretty good. Min's the Betrayer. Yeah, probably screen cap the bracket just for question. Oh, we can do a quick recap after this. I mean, a valiant effort to seemingly attempt to make plays for the ball, but doesn't then have someone that really scores. And this is a great Super Derper Nude, won the World Cup. Different format though, so it's not really a fair comparison. But can absolutely win, but not the particular as a team that's in this final, as their first match is against Clopom Chaos, and their TV is not spectacular. Don't think they have more fun tackle, which will make games against elves pretty difficult. Yeah, but no, there's not a team currently in Blood Bowl 2 that's not capable. I stand by that now, as we've seen a skilled coach take Bretts to the finals and win it. I confirmed Lubeck up 100 TV. Giving 2 turns of score, not really relevant, as won't score twice in 3. From here, it'll just be about not having people die. So even though there's 2 turns, and even though he could score in 2, not relevant. Keep the full positional safe plan for next match. Now look, well positioned, 6 move, 4 strength guys can make a drive or make a hole almost anywhere. In the same way that you imagine a Beastman with Horns blitzing 4 strength anywhere, Saurus have it 4 strength both ways. The 6 Saurus and a Croc, so you've got 7 4 strength or more people on your team. And so you're able to tie people up. They're rarely able to make 2 blocks on you, and you've got 8 move ball carriers. 8 move ball carriers, pretty terrifying. Movement kind of important. Against slower teams, you can just outmaneuver dwarves and orcs for the most part. Just the slightest little push flank, or the slightest little screen has Skinks move downfield and be fairly uncontested. Another advantage to Skinks is their stunty. So for dodging, they can, instead of running through these tackle zones on a 4+4+3+, if they're Agi4, and Agi4 Skink will go 2+2+2+. Anyone that makes a sideline cage against the skink goes in on the 3+ with a reroll, stuffs them out. I would definitely not write off Lizard. I would not write off skinks as worthless. Similarly, you can only be blitzed once per turn. So a skink screen, sure it does get blitzed, and sure they only have 2 strength, and it's only 1 mat needs to blitz a skink. 8 move skinks, creating a long screen is all they need. The ball carrier just strolls in uncontested. 7-4 strength guys, you're the strongest team out of the box. A couple of 8-move guys, you're the fastest team. That's except for gutter runners. But I mean, they come with their own drawbacks. Skinks, SUP hogs, yeah, they do die very frequently. And Saurus will start with no skills and take a while to get block and guard. Oh, death to the Suka. KO'd. Oh man, do we have comical names? I just assumed they were all called Groot. Wow. Just the one guy called Groot. And Savage Pack. Classic don't play dwarfs. Alright, optimistic 2-turn score for no particular reason. Would not be surprised if Ducke just runs into a corner and screens with Lodge. Don't care if your opponent scores. Serves no purpose. Contesting it is just giving extra blocks. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, that was another really bad thing about other ladders, is needing touchdowns for and against. Like, even punishing draws in Blood Bowl. If a skilled coach wants to play for a draw, and there's no overtime, he can get a draw in almost any circumstance. It's really easy to just cage and block people away. Difference between a draw and a win. Not everyone's playing for a win. It can become quite difficult. Another dilemma of the format I pointed out the other day. Look, there's still a bribe in hand. Wouldn't hate him and dodging. Does risk an extra armor roll, but probably foul. Now realizes that the score doesn't matter at all. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. I guess 2-1 looks better on paper, might go for that. Only lost 2-1. I gotta get those blocks in. $20.36 gets him. Alright. So a